Have you ever had this happen? You've got all this clean laundry that you're picking up. You want to bring it over the bed to fold it, and you just can't get any more in, and you reach to pick up one more sock and you drop the whole thing. Well, that happens all the time. And it happens in our practice too. As our practice starts to get full and we just can't hold anymore, more often than not, we drop our practice, or even worse, crash it. Why is that? It's going to come down to headspace and procedure, and it's something we need to fix. And if we don't, we're doomed to ride the roller coaster of the ups and downs of building our practice and crashing it. If you don't know me, I'm Dr. Russ Rosen. Aloha, and I help natural healthcare providers like you thrive in a care versus scare, true optimal health model. That's what I do. So I literally just got off a call with one of my coaching clients. He's about 2 months into coaching right now. Yeah, two months into coaching right now. And we've cleared up some of his headspace uncertainty. He's just he's getting clear on who am I? What do I do? Why do I do what I do? What don't I do? Why don't I do those things? He's cleared up his message, which is a very different message that he wants to help people get healthy and stay healthy versus just getting out of pain. He's just starting to get through the consult and the exam. So he's having a very different conversation. And the last 2 weeks, he's had no space in his schedule for 2 weeks. And we were having this conversation. I said, look, before we move on, I need to just tell you classically what happens. And what happens right now is we end up dropping or crashing our practice. And I don't want it to happen to you. And it doesn't have to happen. I promise building a practice is like a sine wave, but it doesn't have to go up and down, up and down. It can go up and down at a 45-degree angle. We can continue to sustain growth. We just have to understand this concept. So, what happens when we clean that up is there's a God wink. The universe goes to us and says, you're moving in the right direction. This is good. So we start to get full. But again, if we don't understand this concept that we're going to go through right now, then our practice is going to drop and it is going to crash. So as always, we're looking at headspace and procedure. I want to start with procedure. So if you've seen other videos, I talk about this. We reorganize and make space, and then we fill that space. Then we reorganize and make space, and we fill that space. And we just keep doing that. And you can grow as big as you want to grow until we get to the place where there's no more reorganization. I can't automate anymore, right? I can't clean things up anymore. I can't bring on another staff member, or I don't want to. I don't want to bring on an associate. And so this is it. This is as far as I can grow. Now, the the challenge here is that I'm now full. So I have only one choice. Well, I have two. One, I can go wait list, right? Wait list simply means that I have way more people in my schedule than I have space for. So a new patient calls up and the next new patient time available is out in the future, weeks to months to years. True story. Or regular patient visits, people call up, they want to get in, but we've got a wait list for the day and we'll, if somebody drops out, we'll call you and get you in. A lot of headspace around that, but this is what happens. So what happens at this moment is we're in what I call no man's land. In no man's land, the schedule, it's not completely full with regular visits. You're pretty full, but you have spots here and there. But you you don't have room for new patients. So I don't have any room for new patients, but I still have space for regular patient visits. So what do? Well, you got to come in early, stay late, come in on days off, do whatever you have to do for a week or two. So set up a marketing campaign, bring a bunch of people in, and then fill up all those spots. Okay, so now I've got all those spots completely filled up in my regular schedule. There's no more room for regular patients. Or you start here. There's simply no room for regular patients. And I've got my new patient spot. So all I have to do now, because I have let's say I have two new patients and two reported findings each shift, which is a fair amount of time. So I can now go down to one new patient and one reported findings. So that opens up a bunch of space for regular patient visits. Now what do I do? Well, come in early, stay late, do whatever you have to do, process a bunch of new patients, keep decreasing the time for new patients and reported findings, and during those times, fill them up with regular patient visits. Okay. Now, this is where it gets tricky because that's procedure. It's a really simple, easy thing to do. One of the doctors I was working with, Dr. Andre Camelli, would open up a new patient spot sometimes once a month on a Saturday because he was so deeply waitlisted, there was simply no space for new patients, right? Then we brought on an associate, got them that full. Another associate got them that full, right? I promise you, you can do this. You just need to understand this stuff. Okay, so there's no more space now for new patients, and there's no more space for regular patient visits. So you have to go waitlist. If you're not bringing on more staff or associates, you have to go waitlist. But from a headspace perspective, we freak out. It's kind of like telling your daughter, don't have sex, don't have sex, don't have sex. Oh, you're married, go upstairs, have sex, make me a grandchild. Right? It's this whole weird consciousness around it. Picking up laundry. I just got one more piece. I could pick it up and then you drop all your laundry. That's what happens, right? Because what happens is we start to freak out, we get needy, and we're afraid that if I don't take this patient, my practice is going to crash, right? Because you've had all this time in your practice of do whatever it takes to fit them in. We do this to our staff, like do whatever it takes to fit them in. And now all of a sudden you're going, don't, right? And it can really cause a lot of challenges. So we got to clean up the headspace and the procedure around this. I have an entire program on this. I'll give it to you if you like. At the end, I'll just tell you how to get it and I'll send it to you for free. So what happens is we freak out, and it's because of fear and neediness. It's our fear and our neediness. So we continue to come in early and we continue to stay late. Do I think you should come in early and stay late for a couple of weeks to fill it? Absolutely. After that, you can't. You can't because there's always more people who want you, right? There's more demand than there is supply. And what happens is we try and squeeze people in, right? Well, I can fit in one more during this hour, one more during that hour. And so you start to run late and you run ragged. That's what happens. So now you're running late, you're running ragged. And what happens is you swap out all of your wonderful regular patients with these new ones. And your practice just stays the same, but more importantly, it drops. And that's how that roller coaster happens. Okay. So the trick here is to allow yourself the consciousness and the procedure of going waitlist, where you have way more people that want what you offer than you have space for, and you're good with that. Again, I know that causes adrenals to squirt. Now, if you're running an acute pain-based practice, that's very difficult. If you're running a specialty practice where people are getting healthy and stay healthy, get healthy and stay healthy and not instead of just getting out of pain, people will wait a long time to get in to see you because they cannot get it anywhere else. Right? Again, I have scripting and everything on this. What do you do when a patient calls? Blah, blah. I'm happy to send it to you. Where am I in my notes? Okay, so this is my goal with one-on-one coaching clients. My goal is to get all of my one-on-one coaching clients fully waitlisted within the first year, unless we're starting to now bring on a lot more staff and associates and all that thing, and then we can just keep growing and growing and growing. Probably with my one-on-one coaching clients right now, about a third are waitlisted anywhere from weeks to months in advance. There was one doc I was working with that was waitlisted, I swear to you, I'm not kidding, a year and 9 months. People would call up and she would beg them, don't get on my waiting list. Here's all these other people you could go see. But because she had built up such a reputation, and they were only obviously 100% internal referrals, why would she market, right? So you can do it. I promise you can do it. You just got to get the systems in place. I can promise you this. You will be amazed at how good it feels when you have more demand than supply. Once you get over that uneasiness and you really get clear about the reality is not from a place of arrogance, they need you more than you need them. When you really get clean with this, oh my goodness, imagine how great it would feel to know that I'm not worried about new patients. I'm not worried about patient visits. All I have to do is do what I do best, take care of these people. The systems that we've been growing and evolving, they're done. That's it, right? Your present system doesn't support your future growth, right? So if you're at 10 a day, well, you can handle that. Could you handle 100 a day? Well, your present system probably wouldn't support that. But so you have to, grow and evolve, grow and evolve. You have to make space, fill it, reorganize, make space, fill it. But once you're fully waitlisted, your systems are perfect for that. There's no more that you have to do. It's a game changer when you get like that. So I hope you found value. Please let others know about this. If you would like my entire program on going waitlist, which has scripting and really everything you need, headspace, procedure, all that kind of stuff, just put me below. And if you put me, I will send you a link and you can get that entire program. I hope you found value. As always, much love and aloha. Bye, gang.